Hey, MacDowin here. Today we are taking a look at the 4-inch Fortnite action figure, Fade, the mask style from Jazwares. This figure comes in a hot drop set. I got this from Amazon for $14.99. Now let's take a look at the back side of this box. Up here, Fade. Far from home, the journey must continue. Around the middle we have the cross sale. We have now seen all of these action figures. And for those who want to see the barcode, here it is. Alright, it's time to get this figure out of the box. If you are new to the channel, welcome, and please subscribe so you'll be notified of future videos. If you want to help the channel out and you play Fortnite, please feel free to add my creator code to your Epic account. It's MacDowin. Fade is a legendary skin, and he's part of the Fade Out set. Released in Chapter 2, Season 3, this skin was part of the Battle Pass at Tier 1. A player could earn this particular mask style by reaching Tier 100. Fade comes with the following accessories. The Eon Blades harvesting tools. These are pretty nice. I like the colors, and these are made of a translucent, is it violet or a very light purple? It's not gray, but you can see my finger there behind it. It's very translucent. It's got kind of a pinkish, purplish handle there. I really like the shape, and I like how these look. These are pretty nice. The Infinite Bloom back bling, again, another piece of translucent plastic. The entire thing is a bit of a translucent light blue. There's the peg, but yeah, it's very cool. I like this back bling. This is nice. The Storm Sail umbrella, we are getting quite a few umbrellas now at this point. I sure hope they are able to finish it out. Here's the handle. It's got a kind of a gray, if you can see this, like a purple to a gray, and it's got little storm spikes, I guess, or what these are. A drum gun. Looks like they've changed the coloring. The handles are now a gray color, and the drum is a silver color. A huge honkin' sized flare gun. This sucker is huge. It is big. It almost makes me wonder if it was designed for a 6-inch figure. But anyway, it says Super Flare here on the side. And it's all in orange except for the blue handle. And yeah, this sucker is huge. Be interesting to see how well he can actually hold this as a 4-inch figure. A charged shotgun, and I like how these look. I generally just like how these look. I don't know that I actually like using them in game. It's got the orange, the black, and the kind of a reddish. I shouldn't say orange, more of a gold. But anyway, I like how these look, at least in action figure form or action figure accessory form. And a Shockwave Launcher, and as far as I know, this is not in game yet, except for this current season. It's going to maybe be introduced via the donation system. So if you want this in game, get to donating like crazy so we get this released. This is not Kit's Shockwave Launcher. As far as I can tell, this is not a mythic, but a legendary. Fade stands about 4 inches tall, has the standard 28 points of articulation. We'll take a quick peek at those right now. The head rotates all the way around. The head looks down like that. The head looks kind of up like that. It should do it, but there's some hood in the way. His arms can rotate all the way up, but be careful because his shoulders have these pads on them and they can get stuck trying to tuck under this jacket here. So you want to be careful how far up you take it. This corner keeps snagging on mine. The arm also will rotate around. You've got a pin or a hinge and rotation at the elbow, and a hinge and rotation at the wrist, and it works pretty good. This is actually a fairly loose figure, except where these shoulders are concerned. He's got a really good torso wiggle if you want him to lean back, except for the coat. He leans back about that far, and he does a crunch about that well. And as I mentioned, he wiggles really pretty good. He has a good waist articulation, a good torso articulation. Yeah, so if you want him to do the splits, well, he can go up about that far. He actually goes really pretty good, considering he's wearing a coat that hinders his movement. He could sit down if need be, about that well. He's got his thigh rotation, double pin at the knee right there, and finally a rotation and a hinge at the ankle. So it's a nice looking figure, I think. Now the question is, and I've had this for a while, and actually I haven't, but how well or how easy can you remove this coat? Well, I'll show you. you have to rotate. The best way to do is rotate the arms back, because you're going to snag on these shoulder pads. If you try to do it any other way, you're going to want to kind of stretch this coat out and around those shoulder pads so you don't rip them off, because they probably can rip off. And then you just keep working it off until, yeah, there. Then he's got no coat. It looks a little funny, maybe a little generic below the neck, but you can't get the coat off, and you could put this coat on another action figure. And it's a nice, pliable, soft rubber. Yeah, it's pretty nice and pliable. It's that. It's up to you if you decide if he looks good or bad without the coat. In leaked images earlier in the year, I heard a lot of negative comments about how this figure looked without the coat, and they couldn't believe that this was how the company, Jazwares, was going to put this figure out. And I was happy to let people know on and off that he is in fact going to come with this coat. Now the hood is something different. Some of the hoods in the past have been removable, like Techniques, Drifts, and I'm sure there's like another one that Omen. However, this one is not. I mean, you could rip this sucker off if you really wanted to, but this is not a removable hood. This is glued or pegged or attached somehow. It probably a glue. So this is not going to be just falling off left and right all the time. So I think that's a good thing. If you want to slide the coat back on, just angle his arms backwards again. You shouldn't have as much trouble putting it on as it was coming off. Well, I don't know, it does kind of, it seemed really easy to me. It didn't snag on those shoulder pads. You just want to pay attention. The shoulder pads could be a problem if you want to get this coat on and off very often. But man, look at this. I think he looks really pretty good. Yeah, it's a nice figure, I think. So overall, the hot drops are really pretty neat. These hot drops are just awesome. For $15, you get the figure, you get some harvesting tools, you get a back bling, you get a glider, you get a bunch of weapons. It's like a whole pack to play with. You got a whole set to display, take photos of, just to play, to whatever you want to do. This is a nice pile of accessories, I think. And so it makes a great gift for you or for somebody else. So anyway, but speaking more specifically of this figure and the style, this is a cool in-game skin. I always thought it was pretty neat in-game, and I think it translates to figure form really pretty good. The colors are very nice. The black coat with these purple, light purple and dark purple highlights here, and there's some silver pieces. I think the color's great. I think it looks good. They probably could have done a little bit more. Let me make sure I can zoom in here. I'm gonna zoom in on the face, or bring the face closer. I think they could have done a little bit more with the paint detailing here around the mouth. In person, to me, it looks like he just has this massive, white, chunky chin. When you get, it looks actually a little bit better. You can see more of the detail when he's closer to the camera. But in person, it just kind of looks chunky. And so I think they probably could have done a little bit of detailing there with the chin, just to make that stand out a little bit more. I guess these are horns. They're pretty cool. I like the coloring. They're not translucent. It's just kind of a white to a purplish red. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I like this figure and I like it a lot. But then again, I kind of like them all. I haven't really come across a Fortnite action figure from Jazwares that I haven't really liked. I'd have to think really hard to come up with one. So anyway, now we just need an unmasked version. Come on, Jazwares. We need Fade, but without this mask. You tend to put a lot of masks. You tend to do the characters with the mask versions, or like Dyer in the wolf version. We need some more human people. We need some more female figures. We need some more. We definitely need an unmasked Fade. I want that figure. All right, now it's your turn. What do you think about this figure? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And before you go, check out my recent review of the thus unreleased, not yet released, Riptide action figure. It's down here in the lower left corner. That's right. Don't these guys look good together? Think so. I can't get Riptide to stand. But anyway, So yeah, I think they're both great figures. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like this video and share it everywhere. It really does help the channel to grow. I will see you in the next video.